Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Play On. My name is Candace Barrett.
I'm Rob Mackay.
And this is Peacey. How much bloody footy did we have on the weekend?
Oh, my
so
goodness.
Much. I want to play, the song of that Italian player.
I was just sharing.
Now.
That was so good. This is a highlight of the weekend for me, the prop singing in the dressing shed.
Ness and Dorma in Rome after a victory sung by Italians. I mean, what's not to like?
Yeah.
Amazing.
That was absolutely spine-tingling, goosebump-producing. It was just wonderful. And good on you, Italian rugby team. That's a long time in the making, and it was good.
Yeah.
And I think it might spell the end of one English captain's career as a captain, because that was boneheaded, his yellow card.
There was a few things
role,
that they were being a bit silly about. Lots of discipline around the lineouts and some of the set piece that could have been managed better for
And unfortunately
players.
For me, there was a couple of parallels between the English discipline and the New South Wales discipline, which was a shame. Probably should skip over that. It was a good game of footy, but apart from Jorgo, there wasn't much to like about it. How did Jorgo get past Cam Roygarden? You could see the touchy going, yeah, he scored. I don't know how.
Yeah, yeah. So we've gone from giving him this much space to giving him this much space to giving him this much space.
He had a beach towel to dance in, and he got there.
Yeah.
Twinkle toes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Roygarden's he's no mug. He's no mug in defence.
No, absolutely not.
You can see his face like, yeah, okay. I get what all the fuss is about now. No, but other than that, it was a pretty forgettable night for my Waratahs, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was there in person. I was with one of my mates. She's a Hurricanes fan. She's from New Zealand and everything. And she was just like, does this normally happen? No.
Look, there's a lot of things to take away from it, right? So you got Suaalii pulls out.
Which is what I've asked about. How do you deal with that in terms of
and it's
when you get an
shoes
injury during warm up,
so,
and then you have the numbers in terms of having to get someone in.
Yeah, 30 minutes to go. Your star player is binned completely, and he's got a long recovery by the sounds of it, 6 to 8 weeks. So you're short of centres as it is. You throw in a guy that's outside the 23, so he's not even in the match day squad.
Yeah, I suspect he'd had a couple of pies thinking, I'm here to watch footy.
It's his debut for the Waratahs. He's hardly played any rugby recently. He's hardly played any Super Rugby. In with a player he hasn't played much footy with. They haven't come through club pathways together, up against one of the best set and combinations in the world and probably the best 12 in the world in Geordie Barrett. And they just unpicked that channel all night, and it made the rest of the D look really poor because everyone was scrambling to try and patch the holes. And then his brain would have been just completely fried.
Yeah,
unfortunately, we may not see him again. Maybe him onto the scrap heap, but I hope that's not the case. But yeah, it's a tough trial for him.
Oh, really, really, really tough. And his yellow card, I think, was just a function of that brain, not explosion, but just so much going on.
Anyone who's made that step up to that level without, with the backup, it's still a bash in the face. 30-minute warning, he would not have been expecting that. And the 10 minutes rest is probably what he needed about then.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you look at the bench, there was no one else coming on for him.
Well, speaking of which, I mean, you talked about Jorgo's highlight. The other highlight for me was the other 21-year-old, and that was Sid Harvey.
Yeah, and Sid's good.
East player?
He's an Narrabri.
Yeah. He's a bush boy.
Yeah, and he's come through the pathways, and every time
and CHS too. Can we highlight that?
Yes.
Yeah. Not a private school boy. He's come through public school system up in Narrabri.
He played CHS with my bloke, so I've been refereeing and watching him for a long time, and every time he steps up, he gets better and better. And he came on, and he was so composed. So I think he's straight into the 15 this week because they need him. Yep. And just, we were joking, just give the two 21-year-olds the ball. Jorgo and Sid, you guys just play keepings off and fix it up.
Yeah.
And I'd just like to say, I think Old North Wales were far better than New South Wales last weekend.
Yeah, it is a good parallel.
Well, if that was our Friday, I had a Saturday at Ella Sevens.
How
So
good are the
for
LS7s?
it's a tournament they do every year. It's really great.
It's long running, Candace.
Central
I'm
Coast, yeah,
reasonably certain I refed my first LS7s the year you were born.
1995.
I refed, I think it might have been a precursor to the LS7s, but it was a Lloyd McDermott tournament in 95.
Go the Lloydies.
And correct me if I'm wrong, it's an Indigenous tournament, so it's supposed to, there's a lot of culture and there's different sort of social gatherings as
Yeah.
well.
It is such a
And
wonderful, long-standing part of the Australian rugby landscape, and we've had some wonderful Indigenous footballers over the years, and it really highlights that. We've also had some non-rugby players come through that way. Like I can vividly remember reffing a couple of now current NRL players in the Lloyd McDermott Sevens program. Who's the winger? The fast winger, the Fox. I can remember reffing the Fox in an LS Sevens tournament against Andrew Walker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what a gunfight,
Yeah.
some serious footballers.
Well, Andrew Walker was still playing LS7s about 3 years ago. He's
Was
probably
he
still
there,
running.
Candace? I'd be surprised if he wasn't there.
Yeah,
And he's older than me
yeah,
and still good.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Ex-Wallaby is still great. And just a good human too. But the Tom and John Evans used to run it, and the Ella brothers actually step in. So you see a couple of ex-Wallabies running around there, just on the barbecue, doing the draw, helping Team Kit, washing Kit on the night before. Like it's just a great tournament, and they do it on a shoestring. It's awesome.
I think the last
really
one I
good.
went to a few years ago, the team in the final, one was coached by Glenn Ella and the other one was coached by Lloyd Walker. Lloyd Walker's often referred to as the fourth Ella, which is a bit funny because there's about a dozen Ellas, but in terms of on the field, and Gary was the host. Gary Ella was the host. So it was just, there was a lot of love. The teams went on the field and absolutely slaughtered each other, but there was just so much love.
Yeah. And I have so much love for that tournament, that organisation. It's been a big part of my rugby journey. I went there before I started reffing seriously, and I went there after I stopped reffing seriously, and they love the help. My mate Marzi used to go there all the time. It was great to catch up with him in recent years, and we've spoken that he's no longer with us, but it was such a good tournament, Candace, and I hope you really enjoyed it. Apart from a couple of red cards by the looks of this.
Yeah, I had unfortunately 2 red cards in one game. I was told before I even went on, because I was late to that game because I was doing a report for my other red card, and then was able to referee, was told by the manager on that day, he's like, "Oh, I've had no red cards today on my field."
I blame you.
But yeah, those ones were quite obvious. But I think after that, once I've given those 2 reports, they're like, "Candace, no more red cards." So, and funny enough, there was no more red cards after that. So,
but you know what? If they're obvious, nothing unfortunate about it. Not your fault. So players own that, not you. So good on you for giving them.
And what did you do on the weekend, Rob? Any rugby?
Yeah, I had a run round. I did a Colts 1 trial at Narrabeen Academy, which is the scene of many games that I've refereed over the years. And I'd just like to say it was hot.
Steamy.
Oh my God, it was hot.
It was hot where we were as well. I don't blame you.
And it was a midday kickoff, lots of sunscreen, lots of water, no shade, and really good footy.
That's awesome.
There was an internal trial.
Oh, you got good tan lines, Candace.
Yeah. I have a wicked farmer's tan. I've been trying to manage it.
Yeah, nice.
From the past weekend.
I don't know whether you can see mine. I was actually genuinely farming, so I've got the V-neck.
Yeah, nice. So what I liked about it was the culture, really good mindset, no angst at all, guys all wanting to play footy. The coaches were really good, had a good yarn pre and post to the coaches. So if that's the way they're shaping their season, I think it augurs well for how they're going to go through the season. So early days, I know, but yeah, great start. So well done, Manly Colts. Looking good.
Woo.
And I'm sorry for the organisers of the Cara 10s. I didn't get there.
I heard it was good. I had a few.
I heard it was good too.
My friends showed a few photos of the weekend, but yeah.
I had every intention of getting there, but kids got in the way, so I didn't get there. Sorry, Case. From all reports, good footy. And this weekend, I've been asked to go to the Mudgee 10s, which is a new tournament.
Ooh.
Are you going to go, Peacey?
I don't know.
I've been asked as well.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not
I
sure.
I think they're one short, and I've got to get back to Mitch today. I actually haven't had a chance to talk to the social secretary yet, so I will do that. I think, we've got kids cricket semi-finals and the daughter I'm running around as dad taxi, so we'll see. Lots happening in rugby. I've enjoyed watching some of the International Women's Day posts.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Our friend Ella has done a great job doing some in the Rugby Australia side of things with her group, and don't we have some wonderful female match officials? And
I shared one of Sarah Cox, so there was highlights of her when she first started her first Prem match, which was really exciting. Lots of news about Holly, and I think it's just great to recognize some of the people that do stuff in the background as well. Lots of presidents, people that are constantly like giving their time to the game, volunteering as well. So,
and it'd be remiss of us here on the Play On Pod not to celebrate our illustrious leader on International Women's Week.
Absolutely,
so, Candace,
Peacey.
I was very excited to
Hey.
see you on the New South Wales referees
So
reel
was
for
I.
that.
Yep.
As you should
with
be.
my side.
Yep. First cab off the rank too. Yes.
Love it.
Pole position. So well done, Candace. And that reminds me, there's a webinar on Wednesday, the 11th, which
Yes,
is
this is true.
tomorrow.
At 6. Yeah.
Yeah, which is about when the pod will drop at 6 p.m, I think it is, or 7 p.m. Check local guides with Ella, Jess, Amy, and
Maggie.
So a couple of friends of the pod and a couple of long-standing legends of the game there. So
we may go to air just after that, but if you register for it in arrears, you still get access to the recording. So,
correct.
So do that.
Correct.
Register.
It'll be good education.
Yeah, I can't make it, but I've registered because I want to see it. So make sure you avail
and
yourself.
thank you, RA, for doing such meaningful, helpful content on these education series. It's bloody wonderful.
Yeah, and the aforementioned Ella and Mitch are driving that, so good stuff.
Love your guts, Mitch.
We also want to mention we had a mod squad meeting as well over the weekend. So that was also run by Rugby Australia, being able to sort of educate us more about there's like an old school way of being coaches. And so Rugby Australia are trying to make you understand your athlete, look at sort of like bigger situations. And you were there, Rob. It was good.
There's been a couple of meetings. When I initially
This
heard
is one
mod
that happened
squad,
on Sunday.
I got my Vespa out and my flares and turned up and thought, oh, no, wrong meeting. But yeah, so Candace, good point. It's about just aligning to the new way of supporting our match officials, kick out
Developing
assessing,
them,
work on making the human better on and off the field, and we get better outcomes for the game. So it was a mindset shift, wasn't it?
Yeah, they gave us, we were in little groups and got given different situations. Some of them were ones where, let's say, X player arrived 20 minutes before kickoff and this, and this happened. Like you're trying to think of the person rather than maybe what if the game went ugly, let's just focus on supporting them first.
So for context, this was our association's mod as opposed to the previous one, which was the statewide one, Peacey, which you almost made it to.
No, not even close.
I was being kind, mate.
I think I've officially decided that rugby season doesn't start till April.
In terms of some more rugby news, so the Prem clubs have agreed to regulate more of their contact in training. I think this is something that's really important because of how long sort of the Prem clubs in the UK season goes. So they're going to be recording it more. They're adding it up into a system. If people get concussions, that's also going into a database as well. And it's sort of just going to give them more information about players and telling them that when they should be switching off as well. Like usually they would be tracking them how much fitness they're doing on their off season, but now they're giving them that time to have that mental health well-being. So I just thought that would be a great thing to highlight that they're doing over there.
And that comes off the back of a World Rugby directive a little while ago about the number of contact minutes players are meant to have in the game. So they're building off that mindset. So yeah, good to see.
And then Vancouver Sevens was just, I thought it was really exciting to see. I was watching a few live matches on the Sunday, but I never got to see who was in the finals. Haven't been able to keep up with it. If anyone else saw anything in particular.
I got caught up in all the other rugby too. I just saw the headlines that the Aussie women got silver and the men got fourth. So it's a pretty good effort.
Yeah.
But I've unfortunately yet to watch that, so I will be catching up on that this week. For me, Six Nations Rugby this weekend, there was 3 sensational games of footy. And I think it's probably a good opportunity. They're now fighting for a trophy, and it is game on.
Yeah.
France and Scotland equal points on the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're fighting for a burnt trophy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about to say the one that I thought was fake news when I read it last week of the burnt trophy.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're all fighting
Last
for
year's
it
winners had a
now.
big party, and unfortunately, the trophy caught on fire.
Unfortunately, fortunately, yeah. How did that happen, hey?
That was great. And Gus Gardner, you
Yeah.
were amazing. And
Yes,
I'm
Scotland
assuming
versus France for
Gus didn't
everyone.
get to Europe the easy way. I'm assuming he got there
No.
the hard way.
Yeah, correct.
So it's not the pre-match preparation he would have wanted, but it didn't matter. He was outstanding. Anyone who's watched the game, the commentators were absolutely glazing over him.
Yeah, they
He
loved
was
it.
sensational.
Did you guys see, since because he refereed Scotland versus France, did you see in the first sort of few minutes there was a line out and he got a stinger on his shoulder?
Oh, yeah.
And
Big
then
one.
I just overheard, I just got popped stinger in my shoulder, mate. And he's just trying to like get his, you can see him as like moving his shoulder up and down.
Yeah.
And then even the physio, when there was
Yeah.
time to break, was even checking on him
Yeah.
to see if he was okay. So
I thought he'd broken something. I honestly thought I didn't realize it was shot. I thought it was forearm. I thought he'd broken his forearm. The way he was holding his arm, I didn't think he was going to.
It'd be interesting to see how he pulls up. But he was fantastic. That game threw some real curly ones at him.
yeah.
Like Dupont having a wobble. We haven't seen that before. And Dupont throwing that passing goal, like, good on the French for having a crack there, but what was he doing? And as a referee, you can just imagine, like, you don't go that deep into in goal, but you just have a look at it. It's gone forward. You think, that's forward. You see the smile on his face. He's like, oh.
He was smiling,
Dupont's
walking
human,
over.
having a giggle about it. Like
that was.
I think the
Dupont's...
Scottish player whispered a few words to him as well.
Yeah, I think everyone was a little bit surprised by everything that happened there.
Did you see the push and shove post game in the tunnel from Dupont refusing to shake hands? He's clearly not had a good day out.
I did not see that.
No, I missed that as well. Who did he refuse to shake hands with?
White.
Oh, yeah. They were at each other all game, those two.
They were, and can we say that's not what rugby's about? Finish the game, shake your hands, and be nice to each other.
Sportsmanship.
Yeah, the French and the Scots do have a little bit of history in that regard. So.
Well, no, but White plays in the top 14, I think. So there's probably a little bit more to that than we realise. I don't know what it is. But
still, shake hands.
No,
boys.
I agree, Peacey. No, 100%. But that's probably the worst Dupont's played that I've ever seen.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
And they almost still won.
Yeah.
The French, if we're going to go with Scotland, France, I mean, 65 minutes in, it was gone. The France finally went, oh, shit. The game started. And my goodness, if it went for another 5 minutes, I reckon they would have won it because they just had wind in their sails. They'd overcome the jersey colour combination and they had the right people in the field. I think they're going to change who they start with next week. Miafu came on and he was swatting flies like King Kong on the Empire State
And they need
Building.
to win with a bonus point, and they win. That's the simple equation. I think it's 50 points differential that they've got in front of Scotland. So they get the bonus point, they win the tournament.
Well, they go onto the field knowing what they have to do because you got a Super Saturday.
Yeah.
Ireland, Scotland play first.
At the Aviva.
So the French will be going for the Irish there. The English won't know what to do because who do we go for out of Ireland and Scotland?
And let's face it, England, I don't think they're controlling their own destiny anymore. I don't think they've got any real ability to stake a claim on that game. They've been crap.
They're going for Wales now, which is also confusing for them because if Italy win, guess who finishes last? The team which some in this pod might have tipped to win the tournament.
Not I.
Not me.
I tipped the French, if we can just go back to that.
I'll be losing a lot of money if this was actually.
So our overall Six Nations tips were France, Peacey and moi. England, no names, no back draw. Yeah, so the final match will be France-England, and that'll be a doozy. So France will know what they have to do.
I don't think it'll be a doozy. I think France will win by 50.
I hope so, because I think they deserve to win the
tournament. I would love
to
to see Scotland take the title, however, but I think France will win by 50. They'll go out there and throw the ball around. They need a bonus point to secure it, so that defence will be less important than scoring a lot of tries.
Well, they may not need a bonus point. Depends on what happens in Ireland and Scotland.
Look, if I was coaching them, I'd say, boys, the only thing we need to control is winning with a bonus point. That's the simple equation.
Yeah. That is very
attack,
true.
attack. And if they leak half as many points, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, win with your bonus point. That is very true.
I thought Gus managed a few things really well. Late yellow card to Scotland. He played through and then went back and did it. He clearly was in touch with the feel of the game.
Yeah, when that player wanted to do a quick tap and go because really cautious about like the score line, and he knew straight away because the other try they're running back to make their conversion and he's running back as well. Like there's no time to like
game awareness.
Yeah, exactly.
And look, he's not a spring chicken anymore, but he was everywhere. He was fast. He was in the game. It was fantastic.
I tell you what, though, when he was giving one of his captain's chats, it was after a long passage of play. There was some heavy breathing going on.
But not just him.
No, absolutely not. No, like everyone.
You see the players down on Haunch's list.
Oh. And he kept the game flowing. We didn't have too many props redoing shoelaces.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And there were options at various points to go, well, mate, yeah, sure, you can go down, but I'm playing on.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's my golden whistle. I think he's received almost as many golden whistles as Holly, but well deserved.
I did notice that he played some shorter advantages at the end too. And again, that's game connection.
Yeah,
because
beautifully in sync with the game.
You see what's happening. You see what the French are trying to do. They're in possession. They don't want to play 20 phases. They want to get moving. So sometimes, like Sevens, the best advantage is the penalty. And he's played only 3 or 4 phases. Right, nothing happening there. Back here, boom, 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 boom. So, yeah, really good connection. A couple of things jumped out at me. LBB, losing team. He scored 9 tries in consecutive Six Nations matches.
Yeah,
that is freakishly talented.
He's a special player.
Give
and
him
he's
the
dishing
ball.
them off now. He's a provider, not just a scorer.
Oh, totally.
He works, so hard. He's always seems really available as well. He always knows where those spaces are.
I love the renaissance of a small winger. I love that in rugby at the moment. We're seeing Jorgo. He's not small, but he's smaller than some of the wingers. Like your Caleb Clarks, they're significantly smaller than them. I love the fact that they're dominating games at the moment.
Yeah, and then shout out to all the Australians in the game because Gussie obviously in the middle, but you had a few others as well. Sione Tuipulotu. He's the Scottish captain, not hugging the Princess Royal this time. Jack Dempsey had a very good game. Miafu for France came on. We had Brett Cronin in the box, Ollie Hodges in the box. Like it was Australia Day out there, really.
Yeah,
cool game.
I love it.
So good. Italy versus England. Nick Berry was originally meant to do this one, so congrats to Ramos for having the Six Nations appointment. Really exciting for him. And I have a few things that popped out to me. I've only been able to watch like snippets of it. And in particular was how he was very managing the players in terms of just speeding up the game more, which we've mentioned before as a theme we found overall. Yeah, not letting them rest too much.
And England want the rest. They're clearly an unfit team, whereas Italy weren't worried by it. They're playing quite quick footy. I thought he was really good. And there was a couple of rough calls in there in that game. I thought he had a challenging game. And this is not criticism. I thought there's some calls in there that he had to make that were quite awkward, just the way the game flowed.
Yeah.
I thought he did a pretty good job. And the English scrum in particular was putting a lot of pressure on. And I'm not sure we got the right result in the scrums there. I think Italy have consistently had a good scrum through Six Nations, and I think they had scrum dominance, but probably weren't rewarded for it. That was a combination of a couple of things, like Ramos was standing on the wrong side of the scrum a couple of times, and it played out that the issue was on the other side, but he was seeing different dynamics. So, for me, I think the Italians probably deserved the win and probably could have won by a bit more if a couple of the calls had gone their way at scrum time as well.
I just saw like a clip about the English players having difficulties as well with the management of the scrum. Something with
I think
the
they're
gap
having difficulties
and the
with the management of the
pre-engage.
scrum because Mr. Ferrari was all over them. His technique is sensational.
Yeah. Well, you can see it throughout the
He's
Six
a rock.
Nations as well.
He's a rock.
Yeah.
He should be a Lamborghini, not a Ferrari, because Lamborghini built awesome tractors, and he is a top shelf tractor.
Absolutely. He's low. He's straight. He acts independently too. I don't know whether you've seen that. Have you seen his bind on the hooker? He's binding down really low. It's not across the back of the hooker. He's binding down on the near side shorts quite often. He's acting completely independently to the tight head, the loose head hooker combo, and it's working for them.
Yeah, it's always interesting about binds. I remember being in second row, just depending, sometimes if you can bind closer towards like the rib cage or just sort of like underneath your armpit versus other ways? It just feels
he's not
more
going across the
connected and
back,
tight.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's actually going near side of the back.
Okay.
So diagonal. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to stand up and show it. It's down there, not across there.
Oh, I
He's
see what you
down
mean.
near side.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Probably feels more connected.
Well, I think he's happy to act independently. You can see him. He's actually getting through a little bit into the end of the loose head hooker slot in front of him, and that's where he's doing the damage.
Risky, though, because he could also get himself in a lot of trouble doing that.
But he's not.
No, he's not.
So
Absolutely.
strong, and I think
because he's good, right?
Yeah.
So other teams will eventually do something to counter that.
I think he's pretty clever in when he uses it. If he's not got the dominance, he stays.
It's not
he's
every
got the
time.
dominance.
Yeah.
He's happy to sort of slide up a bit, the level of intelligence with that guy for a young prop, he's good, and he's only going to get better. This is not something that usually you have at a young age. We see like Genge he's early 30s, isn't he? He's been there a long time,
but his technique's shit.
Yeah, and it always
has been.
He's just gotten away with it for being strong, but Ferrari's strong and good technique, and he's going to get stronger and better technique. So it's for me, pay that man a lot of money, keep him in rugby.
I don't think he'll go to rugby league. Just on the appointments there, Nick wasn't going to referee that game. He was going to be on the flag. So Luke always had that game. So, yeah, we knew he was going to be in the middle for that. So absolutely celebrate that. So
yeah, for sure. Well done, mate.
He had a chat too with the medics, didn't he?
I thought he was
Candace.
great.
Yeah, that was dealing with blood. So I think there was just a break time. And Ramos went up to the medics asking them to hurry up because if not, it would have to be a blood replacement. And they were fighting against it, saying that they just need to quickly tape it up. Again, we don't want to have any time wasting. And I think I even tried to see and time it on my phone to see how long. It was like a minute or even before then. So I can see why.
I think it might be time to just get a message to the medical staff again. We're not waiting for you to take people up.
Yeah,
I know that's your job, but we're not going to wait for it.
Your problem.
Yeah.
You can sub him straight away, and in which case we take time off or we play on. But I think, again, that's symptomatic of England's mindset. There's an entitlement there, and
interesting.
It's not working for them.
And I love it. We've spoken to the South African and English mindset. We want monoliths. We want big humans running around the paddock. I'm sorry, we're not waiting for them.
Yeah, I'm happy to have them.
Yeah, you can play them, but you play them at your peril.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have LBB, we're going to have Jorgo running fast. We don't want you to get rested. We want you fatigued because the rugby we want has the big blokes fatigued. So I think it was a great message, well delivered from Mr. Ramos.
Yes. But we can still celebrate the Ferraris of this world as well because we love that, right? So just in the right context. So
we've seen it time and time again. The big props who love getting into play, and Slippy's been great. He does the scrum really well, but he gets around the paddock. Sometimes at the expense of his scrum. Ferrari seems to not do as many carries later in the game because he wants to be their set piece first. And it's a bit of give and take.
Balance.
I love it.
Your forwards and the backs.
I love it.
Love it.
I haven't got too many highlights out of the Ireland-Wales game, but I did love seeing a fat bloke score.
How good was that? I mean,
I think I've watched it so many
Mr. Car in
times.
space. It was so good. And he was fleet of foot.
We should be pairing the Italian post-match song with the running of that prop.
Yes.
That's what we should be doing.
Yeah.
Nessa Dorma with the prop running to the line with that, angelic look on his face. Yes, absolutely.
I'd love to celebrate Wales' return to rugby. They haven't won yet. But they were close. They were really close, and they're playing really attractive footy.
Yeah.
And the win will come.
Yeah, I think
I don't think the win's going to come this weekend, but it will come.
But they're building. Their excitement is there. I'm just trying to remember who the referee was for that game.
It was Carl Dixon. Yeah.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. And he was good. I think he had a wobble about the 60-minute mark from memory. I just thought he lost his way a bit. He was great, though. He's got a really nice way. He's a little bit schoolmastery for my liking. But he was good, and the players bounced off him pretty well. There was a moment about the 60-minute mark where he
ruck as well.
I think he just lost his way a bit.
He gave a yellow card around about that time against Williams, so he's probably Welsh. And contextually, you probably have a look at that and go, was it the right call at the time? Did the game need it? Yeah, that's certainly one for review. So. I remember thinking at the time,
Yeah, unfortunately, the Irish are falling from form, and They rallied pretty well about that moment. And I think the yellow card was a result of consistently applied pressure from Ireland. But yeah, the game didn't need that from the contest point of view. I think it was a fair call, but it didn't need it from the contest. And unfortunately, the Welsh couldn't quite get there after that.
But I guess to your point, Peacey, that's about the same time that you're flagging as, the connection piece.
Yeah.
So, maybe there's a...
And that's the hardest part of our game. Like
symbiosis there.
Carl probably knew that call was also impacting the flow of the game, but I think it was the right call. Anyway, well done. Thank you, Mr. Carl, Mr. Dixon. Should we do some Supers Rugby?
So when it comes to Super Rugby, I wanted to go through the Brumbies versus Reds because
We've covered the Waratahs. We'll move past that. Brumbies, Reds.
Yeah.
Well, I loved it early. There was some cracks opening up in the Reds.
There was nothing early about that game, Peacey.
I turned on the TV. It was blank.
early in the game
everyone.
clock. Yeah. First of all,
lots of lightning.
I don't like the lightning rules. Can I say? Firstly, I don't want anyone to be struck by lightning.
I don't mind it from a lifeguard point of view. I always remember as soon as you saw lightning, you put your timer on, everyone's out of the water, and you're being able to just sit and chill, compose yourself, and everyone, yeah. Anyway, it is a safety thing, but it reminds me of when I was a lifeguard, having to throw everyone out of the water. And then there's kids waiting like 5 minutes too, and another thing of lightning happens.
I'd love to get a little bit more scientific about it. I think the odds of it hitting a rugby pitch where there's big, tall light towers, it's pretty slim.
Isn't there a little doodad you can put on the top of the stadium that will
lightning
reflect
rods?
it somewhere? Yeah, that thing.
Look, it was a very late kickoff from the kickoff time compared to where it was supposed to be. But
was it like an hour?
Once we started,
hour and a
once
half,
we started, it was actually quite good. And well done for the Brumbies and the Reds because that's tough when you throw out that prep time.
Yeah,
even
really
from a referee point of view as well, turning up and then I feel like your game plan and everything gets sort of out of whack.
But we saw way too much. Was it Caden Neville's bum? We saw way too much of him.
Mooning.
Lucan decided to pull down both his shorts and his undergarment.
Yes.
In a mall.
And he just kept on pulling it.
He
just knew exactly what he was doing.
And unfortunately, the camera, it was pointing straight at it.
Yep.
So,
someone mistook her for the ball at one point, I'm sure.
Yeah. Tried to grasp it firmly.
Well, it had a seam down the middle of it. It's got a fit where you pump it up.
You have a very impressive gluteus maximus. Well done. But the game itself was quite tight, and the last couple of minutes that was hectic, right? Seeing the Reds get up.
Hectic.
The Reds had no right to win that.
No.
The Brumbies gagged that one. So they were well ahead and probably got their subs wrong, got their bench wrong. Reds probably got their bench right.
And Les Kiss, he has a knack of pulling games from the fire as a coach. He's got that little finishing ability as a coach. So you're right, the Brumbies will be lamenting that, and the table shows it. The Australian teams as a whole have all slipped this week. I mean, the Reds have obviously climbed relative, but yeah.
And look, it's worth pointing out how well the match officials did in that final period, and there was a lot of stink and heat coming out of the Brumbies supporters camp and from a lot of the press about one of the restarts with Fraser and Felipe, and it's proved to be the case that there was absolutely nothing to see their play on, but everyone was blowing up Royale at the time. So
it's a very Canberra thing to do.
Well, and all the usual suspects online as well. It's like, guys, there was nothing to see there. And it was so clear and obvious to the match officials, they didn't review it because there was nothing to review.
Yeah.
And subsequently, there's been footage that highlights
I think
that.
I'm right in saying one of the Brumbies came at the ref and said, you need to check that, you need to check that. And his response was, mate, we already have. It's fine.
Yeah. It's not like in league where you can have
I saw it perfectly, and they've actually cleared it.
Yeah.
It was daylight. Like, if Fleck was sweeping, he wouldn't even have looked at it. He would have looked at it and just moved straight forward because there's no point going back. Yeah, exactly right. So, moot point. Thankfully, people have started to realise that now, and, the stand guys recognised it yesterday, so good on you guys, Morgs and Shawnee.
I think there's something in that box because Ricky Stewart tends to be the same. If we lose, it's not my fault. It's the match officials.
Well, the Dan McKellar door.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we celebrate James Slipper?
Absolutely.
What do you say? What do you say about that? He's been playing footy for how many years now? A long time. Many, many years. And this weekend he breaks the record.
So he's tied now with Wyatt Crockett on 202. So I guess he just likes Holden engines, the old 202, the Kingswood 202. Remember those, Peacey? And this week he goes out on his own. So just phenomenal.
How does someone that plays in the front row end up being the one that, like White Cockett as well? That defied belief. How much footy he got out of that old body, and Slips, he's still playing some exceptional elite footy.
He's scoring more tries now than he did in his first 100 games. So, his kick last week, his try assists.
Mate, keep going. We have some real milestones in Australian sport. We've got one of my very favourites, Scott Pendlebury, also just bending time in AFL, and watching him on Sunday night. He's 22 years into a professional. Is that right? Yeah, 22 years into a professional football career and getting better. So hats off to Slips.
Amazing.
That's amazing. Scott Pendlebury, you are all time. My Magpies had a win. Did anyone see that? Penrith and the Magpies. Good weekend. Sorry,
I don't even know where to watch it.
Waratahs sorting shit out. They let me down.
Yeah, you're just flicking through the channels.
I quite enjoyed that game. It was fantastic.
I didn't get around to watching any other Super Rugby matches.
I did, but I can't remember them.
Sometimes they're all muddled around in my head. That there's like a mix of last week's versus this week's, which is unfortunate. But do we want to highlight anything from the sevens that we mentioned?
Unfortunately, I didn't watch
beginning?
it, but it looks like you have, Rob.
Yeah, look, just a couple of quick takeouts for me. We've got Christoph Ridley's the kid, and we've got the Barb on the sevens tournament, so we saw him running around. So good luck to him. He looks like
Sorry, I'm not with you. Who's the bub?
Ben Connor.
Ben Connor. Good to see him running around.
It's not Welsh enough, that name.
Yeah, but you should see his middle name.
Oh,
Llewellyn.
Australia in the men have had Argentina as a bogey team over the last little while, but they beat them, and they beat them well.
Oh.
And one of the things they weren't doing was contesting the ruck. The Australians weren't contesting the ruck, and I think that's given them an extra way to view the game, and it's been very effective. The Aussie men ended up jagging a fourth. They had to play Fiji twice, unfortunately, and Fiji the number one team at the moment, and the Australians did a reasonable job, but Fiji just still, though they're playing 3-4, they're good. They're good at the moment. Yeah,
I think anyone that's there is a good team now, which is fantastic. It's great, and we are near the top in both men's and women's. Just nearer in women's. Did I see Maddie Levi got consecutive hat tricks?
I think she might
did
have.
try saving tackle as well.
But I think 2 games in a row she scored 3 tries. She is all time. She's wonderful.
She's a whisker off 250, and she will be the fastest there by a country mile. So in New York, which is next week.
Stay healthy, Maddie. We love watching you.
Absolutely. Shout out to Archie Saunders, who made his sevens debut and managed to not only score on debut, but scored with his first touch. It also highlighted how freakishly good these athletes are. So Archie's another one of these ones I've seen coming through the ranks. He has got serious wheels. And in one of the games, he got run down like he was standing still. That just
Welcome
shows
to the big
you
league, boy.
how elite these players are with their speed. They made him look like a forward, and he ain't. He's a bona fide winger in 15s and 7s, and he got chased down. So, but good on you for making the boo, mate. You'll be far better off for it. Very excited for you. So congratulations. And AJ, good old AJ. Wouldn't be a sevens tournament without AJ on his ass.
Bro, stay on your feet.
He managed to go down by himself. I don't think he got hit. To be fair, it's a synthetic pitch, and so I think I noticed one of the Aussie teams had a try scored against them because one of our defenders just went to turn and just get the wrong bit of synthetic, and you just got nothing.
Yeah.
So I think AJ suffered that because he was doing a pivot near the line. Lots to watch. So
there'll be some like outtakes at the end of the season for him. It's some sevens.
It'll be a feature film, Candace. And yes, they're off to New York next week. So
start spreading the news.
Yeah, first tournament in New York. So I reckon that'll be pretty cool.
They're leaving today.
Yeah, well,
right to the very start of it.
New York.
At least they're leaving from Vancouver, so they can probably drive there.
They can probably get there.
Yeah. Unlike,
they'll just cross an ocean.
How hard is it to get around the world at the moment? In fact, I don't know whether you guys have noticed, we don't have a road to Sydney anymore.
Is that because of that?
Yes.
Wasn't there a burst
our bridge fell down.
Yeah. Well,
I have a very
yeah.
good friend, Graham Burke, who has been telling us he ran up until recently a logistics company. He's run the logistics company, and he said that bridge at Mount Vic, General MacArthur built that. It was designed for 8-ton trucks, not 40-ton trucks. You put two 40-ton trucks going opposite directions on it, the bridge will fall
Oh,
down, and that is what happened.
Yeah, well, I think it's got
That's not
convict roots as well, Peacey. I mean,
Yeah.
it predates General MacArthur by a century or more. So
It was
yeah.
reaffirmed,
Yes.
re-engineered by MacArthur to get some military
Upgraded.
trucks there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Horse and cart before then, and it is just it's not good enough, Chris Minns.
Do you want to bang the
Yes, I didn't
desk
even
as well,
realize that.
Peacey? Yeah.
It's not good enough. I can't get to Sydney. There's no loss there. I don't want to go to Sydney.
Wow, I didn't realize that. But yeah, it seems
we
as though
we have Penrith playing the Sharks in Bathurst this weekend, and I reckon Friday Arvo or Saturday Arvo or both, they're all going to come Bells Liner Road, and there's going to be cars spinning around. There's a little bit of precipitation predicted, and they may not get here.
Bells Line Road is a wonderful road to drive if there's no traffic. If there's traffic, it is hell on earth.
Yeah, hell in a
And it's going to be really busy because everyone's going to be on it. So
go the Pimps, Mighty Pimpers.
So we've already established Golden Whistle is Gus
yes.
with that one.
Did you see the not eye gouge, hand on eye?
That was, I did mention,
it was in the live
Scotland versus
it was in the live
France,
feed, and you could see a
missing
hand
sighting,
on a face.
question mark on French player, eye gouge to Scottish player.
He got penalised.
He got penalised, but we have seen some French players over the years who have bent that finger into the eye. He didn't bend the finger into the eye, but I was watching it live thinking,
It looked like,
don't bend the finger into the eye, but the fingers were on the eye, and it was pretty scary. And I thought Gus handled it really well. He just said, look, no one saw it. There's not enough evidence on the video feed. We will deal with it after.
okay.
And I thought he managed it well. Just took the wind right out of the sails of the Scots, who had other things to worry about at the time. So that was also helpful for Gus. But boys, I hear you. It's on recording. We'll look at it later. Let's play footy.
Yeah,
he was great.
Good management. Do you want me to do a quick captain's chat?
Yeah, can you do the captain's chat, Candace?
Yeah. So for everyone, this week's captain's chat is from Angus Gardner. So this was during the Scottish versus France match. So it starts with sort of grabbing the captains, or in particular the captain that you had the highest infringement. So when you guys are under pressure, you are giving away infringements, okay? Last time we were down here, we had, and then you can start pointing at where the infringements were. You can say, for example, playing with the 9, tackle off the ball. There's too many infringements down here. Someone is going to go to the bin. So I think that's just a really clear message with that one. And it makes it more formal as well, because then in that case, he ended up having to yellow card anyway due to multiple infringements.
Yeah.
So
but he laid the groundwork beautifully.
Yeah.
And the penalty count was only 3-1 at that point. There'd only been 4 penalties in the game, but the 3 French penalties were material penalties, and that's what got the red flag in his head, and that's when he had that chat.
And the fact that he'd given 3, he managed or played advantage on quite a few others as well. So it's not like there wasn't infringements, but he was skilled enough as a referee to play through the infringements without needing to stop. That doesn't mean the infringements didn't happen. It didn't mean that the French weren't, starting to cross that line. So I thought he delivered that very, very well.
Well, and it transfers the pressure straight back onto them, so that he set himself up for success. So when they do something else again, wacko. And sure enough, so I think the French had 1 or 2 yellow cards. I think they might have had 2.
There was 1, and then, I thought there was this.
So Ramos, and then I can't remember who the other one was.
Oh, well, I know that there was a yellow card for the Scottish player, the ones I've written down in my notes.
They had another one late about the 72-minute mark from memory.
Yeah, didn't seem to make much. Didn't make much difference. They were still throwing the ball around like they had 20 players on the field.
It was great. It was great to watch. Good for them.
Oh, wasn't it? What? My goodness. We've got to do appointments because we've got the grand finale, literally and
Super
metaphorically.
Saturday, which is my favorite weekend.
Yep. So we go Ireland and Scotland. We've got to do our tips too. Ireland, Scotland. So that is at the Aviva. We've got Luke Pearce in the middle of that one.
No relation.
which
Yay, Luke Pierce. I haven't seen him in a while.
yeah, no, I'm really pleased for
He's
that.
back
I
from
think
injury and he's reffing well. I'm on Scotland. And I think Scotland with a bonus point.
Oh, Scotland with their tails up, eh? All right, so
I'm also going to go for Scotland just due to their momentum. And yeah.
I think you're right. I'm going to go Scotland as well. All right, so yeah, Luke Pierce, Gussie's on the line there, Damien Schneider, that's the other line, Andrew Jackson and Tempest in the box. Wales, Italy. Now, this had potential to be a bit of a dead rubber, but it's actually the opposite because they're both teams on the up and they're both trying to put England in the wooden spoon position. So I reckon this game's going to have plenty of ticker. It's at the Principality. Christoph, the kid, aforementioned kid, he's on this. Matt Carley and
Exciting.
Owen Cross are on the flags, and Mike Adamson and Eric Gazon are in the box. So, who we got, peeps?
I would love to see the Welsh sneak a win, but I'm on Italy.
Italia.
Yeah, I think that too. I reckon the Welsh are a real chance to sneak a win because the Italians might sort of come down from their high, but I think the Italians will.
I think it'd be a really
the
great
Italians
match.
have very few marks on. They were fresh after the game. The English looked battered and bruised. The Italians didn't look like they were physically suffering.
No, I think that's a fair point, Peacey. I think the Italians are nicely conditioned, unlike the English. Too many toad in the hole and spotted dick for them. Right. So
yeah, I followed the English. Was it the chef? And I was like, oh, maybe they shouldn't have had that last night.
All right. So then to the grand finale. No Grand Chelem, unfortunately for the French. That's now off the table, but there's still a chance to pick up a new trophy for the Six Nations at the Stade de France. So I reckon that place will be going off on Saturday. My God. And Nika has that. So this is the one that Bez was going to do. Andrew Brace and Holly on the flags. And Brett Cronin and Matteo Liparini in the box. So a couple of Aussie connections there.
France with a bonus point.
Yeah, I think so too. And I hope they pants them. I can't imagine, and I've said this before, so I could be horribly wrong, but I can't imagine DuPont playing that badly 2 weeks in a row. So let's see what happens. Shout out to the Sevens referees as well. I heard Rachel Horton, friend of the pod, on the TMO, Mike in the last Sevens, and I think she's travelling again this weekend. Jess was floating around, and to all the MOs who've had to juggle their life and travel plans just to facilitate rugby around the world, given the cluster that is happening in world travel at the moment. So well done. Great effort.
Yeah, well done.
And just a quick update on Andrea Piatti. He has a...
Oh, right, from his injury?
Yeah, he's got a grade 2 tear on his quad. So 6-ish weeks, depending on how it shapes up. So he came online during the week and just gave everyone an update. So
good luck with that, Andrea.
As calm and as cool as he always is.
Smooth operator.
Smooth operator. Very, very true. All right. To the law of the week.
Da, 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 da.
Now, this came about from some awareness or lack thereof in the Scotland-France game. So we're in the zone where it's all happening, and Scotland have restarted sort of last 15 minutes. You know, France have just scored one of their many late tries, and they've kicked it into the in goal. And Ramos, so here's your option as the French player. You can dot the ball down
immediately.
Yes.
Okay, so you can play it immediately. You have a scrum on halfway or a re-kick, or you can pick the ball up and kick it out and give the opposition a line out 22 metres out. Geez, I know which option I'm going.
Or you could pick it up, step sideways in ground, and have a goal line dropout. Dumb.
Correct.
Ramos doesn't. Finn Russell clearly does know the laws of rugby. Ramos doesn't know the laws of rugby.
Well, I don't know that Finn does, because why would you kick it in the in goal and create the opportunity for the French to have a scrum on halfway?
I think it was overcooked.
Yes,
and we saw the week before he does know the laws, getting that quick one.
Yes, that was an opportunity missed, because I reckon a scrum on halfway, that's going to save you a lot of time. You've only got to go half the lane.
Yeah, that's by the time they run back and then the time they set up.
Yeah. You know, game smarts. That could have bought him another minute or two, and the way they were flying home.
He's normally unflappable, Ramos, but he certainly wasn't on the weekend.
Yeah, and that's law 12-9. So that's the kickoff and restart law. The ball is kicked into the opponent's in goal without touching any player, and an opponent grounds the ball without delay or it goes dead through the in goal, the non-kicking team has the option of having the kick retaken or a scrum. That's the 15s law. In 7s, it's even better. You get a free kick on halfway.
Woo.
So know your law, people. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
You
I end up
are
having
welcome,
to tell
people.
some girls about that law because bless her, it happened during the kickoff and she didn't know what to do. And then the defense came up and then she
Whack.
knocked it on.
Oh, dear
and
me.
it was just, a
Coach
bit
killer.
messy.
Coach
So then
killer.
He'd be a coach, eh?
Yeah. And after I told her, but then all of a sudden I started talking and then an influx of like the entire team surrounded me. And I was like, oh, okay, hello. This just an FYI, everyone. You can do this.
Ugly, ugly, ugly.
But yeah, good education there, Rob. So that's it, everyone, for what we're happening this week and some good learning points
And some great celebrations of fantastic rugby.
Of good rugby.
Seeing the Welsh prop car scores, seeing the Italians have their first win. 35 years, that's against the English. That's a long time coming. And it was great.
Yeah.
And well done for your dressing room celebrations. We'll put that on the feeds because that was absolutely spine-tingling.
Love it.
Candace, I thought you were pretty bloody good again today. Rob?
We're busy, Peacey.
We're
busy.
Strengths.
Yeah.
And remember to find us. We are on YouTube. And thank you all for listening. We also wanted to highlight we have a guest pod coming up very soon. So get excited for that.
Yeah, you like this one.
And
Yeah, watch this space.
watch this space.
Jouer.